Hey guys, it's Emma here. I just got back from my first P&O cruise on board Britannia. We did a week around the Norwegian fjords and it was absolutely amazing. I can't recommend it enough. In this video, I'd like to show you decks 5, 6 and 7, which is where all of the action happens. That's where the main restaurants are, the bars, the atrium, the theatre, absolutely everything. So keep watching this video. So we're going to start this tour in the atrium. I think that's a logical place to start it. We've got deck 7 up there, deck 6 in the middle, and deck 5 at the bottom. It's really quiet in this video because I filmed this at 6 AM for you guys. I hope you appreciate it. We have got loads of seating on this side. We've never had any trouble getting a seat. There's bits of promenade deck out there, but the Britannia does not have a full promenade deck, which is kind of annoying. I haven't actually managed to get outside there yet because it's always been closed. So we have the glass house on this side. We haven't gone to the glass house. We have tried most of the specialty restaurants, but that one is mostly based around wine, and I couldn't care less about wine, so haven't been to that one yet. But the glass house does have these amazing seats where you can sit out and watch the world go by in the atrium. It's a good place for people to watch. It is really cool to be up this early and see no one here. The atrium can get pretty busy. We've never had any trouble getting a seat, but it's quite a busy cruise ship. There's quite a lot of kids and families on here, more than I thought actually. So over here we have Java, we have Proud to serve Costa coffee. I'm not one who actually likes coffee, so I don't really care about that. But it's a good place to come, get a drink, sit down here, watch everything happen. If you have a drinks package and you get a soda like me, it will be a pint, which is absolutely amazing. A proper pint of Diet Pepsi, which suits me really well. So there's loads of seats here. It's not normally this quiet, but it is 6 in the morning, so no one's starting on their coffee yet. So still on deck 7 now, we're going to head forward to the crystal room. This is where we first started our adventure. We came on board to see the premiere of Astonishing, and they sat us in here. We had a glass of champagne and some chocolate strawberries. So for me, this will always have good memories. I think they do things like dancing here. I'm not really one for dancing, but they have a bit of music, and it's quite a big lounge. It's a good place to get a drink and just sit back, watch the world go by. Everyone's just cleaning at the moment because it's really early in the morning. Continuing our journey, we will get to the Headliners Theatre. I'm not sure if I can go in there at this time in the morning. I'm going to try. This is a thing you must see if you're on Britannia. Watch Astonishing. They're really, really, really cool. If you don't like magic, it's still cool. I'm not one for magic. It freaks me out a little bit, but let's try and go in here. Ooh. This theatre reminds me so much of the Royal Princess. I was on Royal Princess before I came on this cruise, and they're the same class of ship, so it's kind of weird for me to be here. But a huge theatre. The only thing I don't like about this theatre is if you're on the edge, there isn't any way you can get out. So if you're in there and you need the toilet, you're going to have to get 15 people to get out in front of you. But it's a perfectly nice theatre. It's really quite big. It does still get quite busy for the main shows, but as long as you get here 15 minutes early, then you'll be fine. So this is the view down here from the stage, a view I have no interest on ever seeing. I never want to be on the stage. Never, ever, ever. As you can see, you can come out and go down to deck 6, but we have not finished our tour of deck 7 yet, so we're going to go back up and out. Okay, so that is one side of deck 7. If we go back across the atrium, this cruise ship I find really confusing. I'm not sure if it's just me being I'm not very good at directions anyway, but I find this ship really confusing. If you get to deck 7, you can pretty much get anywhere, but you can only go down one side of deck 7. Once you work that out, you'll be fine. But for a while, I was getting down to deck 5, deck 6, and being like, I'm stuck. I can't get out. I find this ship really confusing. So just beyond the coffee, we have the Peninsular Club, which is P&O's kind of Latitudes loyalty club, I believe. Loyalty and future cruise sales. I've not been there. This is my first ever P&O cruise, but all the staff seem really helpful. Of course they don't want to book you in your cruise, but they genuinely want to tell you information about the ships, what's coming. Iona is a big thing. Everyone's very excited about that. Here is the photography studio. I'm probably not supposed to film near those, but I won't show you any pictures. We had some taken on formal night. I really like that formal night is an actual formal thing on this ship. I don't normally do formal nights too much, but everyone dresses up. You can have a picture with the captain. I met Wesley. That was really cool, so I would recommend actually doing a formal night if you come on board P&O. Here we have the eye studio. I'm not too sure what they actually do in here, but let's go in. Looks cool. Alright, so moving on, we're going to Sindhu, which is the Indian restaurant on board. I'm not one for Indian food at all. We had a really, really good meal there. I like these maps that are around P&O ships. They have actually the things you care about on them rather than everything. I still get really confused, but that is a nice touch. This bit of the ship reminds me of Royal Princess more than any other part of the ship. The promenade deck is again out there. I still have not managed to get out there. So we have the bar here, which looks cool. I've not had a drink here, but Sindhu. We went here yesterday for dinner. I'm not a person who likes Indian food, to be honest, but we had a really good meal here. It was really, really nice. It was on the limits of my spiciness. I have a very small tolerance to spice, but it was really, really nice, a good meal. I would recommend coming here. I'm not normally one for specialty restaurants. This one is quite different. It's not really the type of thing you can get in the main dining room, so it might be worth splashing out. If you like Indian food, or if you don't like Indian food, I still really liked it, so I'm going to get a bit lost in here, so let's head out. Alright, moving on, the rest of deck 7. I don't want to disturb everyone who's hard at work cleaning, but this is the best time to film these things because there's not passengers in the way. So this is the live lounge. There is the promenade deck again, but it is closed. It is always closed. I've not managed to get out there yet. I know it's in tiny little chunks. Look at that for a view. That looks amazing. I'm going to stop you and take a picture. Alright, so this is the live lounge. This is the equivalent of the Vista Lounge on Princess. I've spent the last month I've been on 2 Princess cruises, so everything I see I just compared to Princess. This is where they have things like, they do trivia in here, they do impressions and shows and music and stuff. We saw an Annie Lennox tribute in here, which was, to be quite honest, it could have been Annie Lennox for all I know. I'm not a huge Annie Lennox fan, but apparently the tributes are really good on P&O. That's one thing that they do really well. It is a nice, huge lounge. It still gets so busy though, and people will stand at the back. Just leaving the live lounge now. We're going to have to go back again past the Atrium, because everything you want to do, you have to go past the Atrium. This way, you can't really get anyway. Ooh, wet varnish, let's not go that way. Let's go back this way. I think we are done with deck 7. Let's go down to deck 6. I'm so bad at knowing if I need to go up or down. This is a piece of art they have here. I'm not thrilled about the art, but I'm not an art person. I'm sure it means something to someone. Here we are, we get to the Oriental Restaurant. I've only been in here for afternoon tea. This is one of the main dining rooms. So here we are, one of the main dining rooms. It's all set up lovely. All ready for dinner, even though it's 6 in the morning. Lovely, lovely, huge restaurant. I think this one is set dining, which is why I'll probably never get in here. But huge. Huge. Laid out lovely. We have actually table shared with strangers on this cruise, which is something we never do. And we're going to sit back again with them at the end of the cruise because we had such a good time. We actually made friends with them, which blew my mind a little bit because I'm not a person who likes table sharing. Let's go for a wander. I love these little booth bits on the side, so you don't have to be sociable if you don't want to be. But there are windows on 3 sides of this restaurant, which is amazing. It honestly goes on forever. Lovely. Look at that. Look at Norway. Amazing. It is light pretty much all the time in Norway, so it's a great place to get up early, film these ship tours, or film late, really. Look at that, it just goes on for absolute ever. Huge. See, once again, you come to a situation where you are stuck. You can't go anywhere. You've got to go back up to 7 to go back to the Atrium to go back down, which is kind of a theme on this ship. Once you know, it's fine, but for the first couple of days, you'd get awfully lost. There is Marco Pierre White and some other chef people. I did the Marco Pierre White masterclass, so I spent a morning learning to cook with Marco Pierre White. I did not think I would like it because I don't like cooking, I don't like celebrity chefs, I don't really have any interest in learning to cooking, but it was learning to cook. But it was a really good morning. I would honestly recommend it even if you don't like cooking. Alright, back at the Atrium, so now we're going to head down to deck 6, down there through this lovely spiral staircase. It's got one huge staircase, whereas the Royal Princess has 2 smaller ones. But you kind of need this big staircase for everybody that's traipsing around. The average speed of the passengers is about, whatever the normal speed of a person is, about 10% of that speed. Everyone on here is pretty slow. Not in a bad way, just pretty slow. So coming up this way we have a pub. I love a good pub on a cruise ship. This is the closest I think you will get to Wetherspoons at sea. And that is a compliment from me because I love Wetherspoons. Here is the casino. It is a tiny little casino. But the pub is in there, they're all hoovering and things. It's quite early in the morning. I hope you can still hear me. We have the casino this way. Not a very big casino, but morning! I don't really like gambling, so that suits me perfectly fine. They normally just waste of space. But I do like this pub. It is a nice pub. We've sat in there, had a couple of drinks and things. We are back now to the theatre again. Surprise. Should mention this pub is called Brodies. Don't look at me, it's too early in the morning. There's a great place to grab a seat. Just look out, look at that view. Really cool place to be. Pool table, of course, every pub needs one. I really like this. That is cool. Here we are on deck 6 now, in the middle of the atrium. Nothing is going on. Morning. It's quite early in the morning, so nothing is open, but it's the best time to take pictures of the ship and film things because there's no one in the way. No one there at all. So there's loads of shops up here. The only thing I've bought is an inflatable P&O Britannia to go with my other 2 inflatable cruise ships. It's kind of a weird thing to collect, but I prefer them, so I'm not really one for these expensive ship models. Give me an inflatable £7 cruise ship and I'm quite happy. So here's the view from here of the atrium. Still nothing happening, but it is the best place to sit and people watch. You can see people from everywhere. So there's just more shops on that side. Gifts up here. This confused me a bit because I thought Norwegian. We're on P&O, but we are in Norway, so that makes sense. Not everything is about Norwegian Cruise Line, even if I think it is. So we're coming now to the Peninsular restaurant, which I think is where I have dinner. I think it's anytime dining. I'm not too sure. We've only been in here once because we've been trying out all of the specialty restaurants. Isn't normally a thing we would do, but I'm really enjoying it actually. The food in here is so good, like the best food I've had at sea. Bordering with Princess because the food on Princess was amazing, but P&O and Princess both have incredible food. Definitely come here someday. Don't think you always have to try specialty dining. Main dining is absolutely amazing and you'd be more than happy if you ate here every day. Alright, we are done with deck 6. Deck 6 is mostly dining and pub. So let's go on down to deck 5, down this lovely staircase again. Up there is where they take pictures on formal night, where you'll meet the captain. Have a picture taken with him. I'll put a picture of me and Captain Wesley in here. Really loved meeting Wesley. His announcements are so funny. He says that the weather's going to be a little bit lumpy when he means rough, and I will get seasick. But when Wesley tells you, it's fine. Alright, so let's go down to deck 5. Let's go this way first. So here we have the Limelight Club. I can't review that for you yet because I'm going to the Limelight Club tomorrow. I'm not sure if I can have a peek in here. I haven't had a look in here yet because I'm booked in for tomorrow, but let's have a look through the doors. Oh, this looks lovely, doesn't it? So you have a dinner and a performance. I'm seeing a lady who I'm not really sure. Oh, we're in. Feel a bit cheeky being in here, but this looks very nice. I'll be coming here in a couple of days. Tomorrow, actually. I did just say that. So I'll be coming here tomorrow to see a lady who, I don't know who she is. She was from The Voice, I think. But it looks like a good evening, even if you don't know who you're seeing. We have got the gift shop around here, which is where I bought my inflatable P&O cruise ship. Of course, holiday essentials, definitely a holiday essential. Reception over there, haven't really needed reception too much, and shore excursions. You have to go to reception whenever you want to print out of your account. I say online account because they're normally online, which is kind of annoying, but you'll be fine. We have the spa over here, and that is it. I haven't been in the spa on this cruise. I went in the spa a bit on Princess, and I had a very interesting massage, which just kind of put me off spas for a while. So we're going to head back to the main atrium. So here we are. Here's some flowers. Looking good. We've got some artwork, which I don't care about artwork at all. On this side, we have got more Costa coffee. Another thing I would not know about, because I don't care about coffee at all. There we have it. But look at this. This is the best place to sit. This is the first thing you have to do if you get on Britannia. Just sit down and watch everyone. These sofas really remind me of, we went to Graceland and we stayed in the Graceland guest house and everything was blue velvet. So to me, this really reminds me of Graceland guest house. More seats and things around here so you can sit back and watch the view. I definitely would recommend getting a soda package if you can. Our one was, we paid £35 for 20 drinks, which doesn't sound amazing value, it sounds okay. But you realise that each drink comes in a pint glass and they ask you if you want ice, so you're not wasting room on ice, which I hate doing. I would definitely recommend it. The drinks aren't too badly priced actually. Have a lovely picture of the Queen this way, of course. Looking at this map, I think that is it for deck 5. So I think that is it.
Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you liked it. If you did, please consider subscribing. I film daily vlogs every day on board Britannia, so you get to see all the really cool places we went. We went to Oldham, we went to Bergen, we went to Stavanger, and we went to Undersnes? I don't know, that place that no one can pronounce. I'll put it on the screen and you can give it a go. Let me know in the comments if you can pronounce it, because I've been trying and I can't. So anyway, please subscribe if you'd like to see that. I had such fun on this cruise. I would 100% recommend the Norwegian fjords to anyone, and I loved Britannia. I've written a lot about Britannia already on my website, so I will link to that in the description. But I think that is it from me this time, so until next time, goodbye.